Yes! Okay.
Watch Audrey Hepburn and Albert Finney make something wonderful out of being alive.
One of the most stylish, clever, emotional, and completely unique romantic movies ever made, Two for the Road from 1967. Starring Audrey Hepburn and Albert Finney. This film is not just a love story, it's a smart and honest look at marriage time change and what happens when real life hits the fairy tale idea of romance. But today we're not just talking about the movie you already know. We're exploring 20 hidden facts, things behind the scenes, secrets from production, surprising choices, and little details fans usually never hear about. Fact 1: the film was shot non-chronologically on purpose. One of the biggest hidden facts about Two for the Road is that the movie was shot and then edited in a completely non-chronological order, and this wasn't a mistake. Director Stanley Donen planned this structure from the beginning to reflect how real relationships work. When you think back on your partner, you don't remember things in perfect order. Your mind jumps between the good moments, the bad moments, the early years, and the hard years. Donen wanted the movie to feel like memory itself, with time jumping while emotions stay connected. This storytelling style was extremely unusual in the 1960s and influenced many modern romantic movies that use non-linear timelines. Fact 2: Audrey Hepburn said this was her most adult role. Audrey Hepburn was known for elegant, graceful characters. But in Two for the Road, she believed she was playing her most adult and emotionally honest role ever. She said in interviews that this was the first time she felt she was acting as a real modern woman, not a fairy tale princess or a charming ingenue. She liked that the script allowed her character to argue, laugh, cry, flirt, and show the messy sides of love. Audrey also said she admired how the story showed that long-term relationships need work, something Hollywood usually hid at the time. Fact 3: Albert Finney and Audrey shared a very real chemistry. Many fans already know the chemistry between Audrey Hepburn and Albert Finney feels unusually natural, but the hidden truth is that the closeness between them was very real. They bonded deeply while filming and spent lots of time together off set. Their chemistry became so strong that gossip magazines at the time started rumors of a romance. While both actors always denied it publicly, the emotional honesty you see on screen came from genuine friendship, comfort, and mutual admiration. Many film historians say this may be the most natural romantic chemistry Hepburn ever had on screen. Fact for the script was so bold that several actors turned it down. Before Albert Finney signed on, many male actors rejected the script, not because they didn't like it, but because the movie's honesty about marriage felt risky. In the 1960s, Hollywood preferred clean, predictable stories about romance. But Two for the Road openly showed sleeping around, frustration, money problems, and emotional fights. Several stars thought the script was too modern, too raw, or too European. But Finney immediately connected to its truth and humor. His willingness to take risks made the film what it is today. Fact 5: Audrey's short hair was a huge shock to the public. Audrey's hairstyle in this movie, short, stylish, and modern, was a big surprise at the time. She had always been known for long, delicate hair in earlier films. But she and Stanley Donen wanted her character Joanna to feel fashionable, confident, and independent. The short hair symbolized her evolution from a sweet young girl into a sophisticated woman. Newspapers even wrote articles about her haircut, and many young women copied it after the film released. It became one of Audrey's most iconic looks. Fact 6: the movie was filmed across real European roads, no studios. One hidden fact many fans don't realize is that almost the entire movie was shot on actual roads across France. There are almost no studio scenes. This was extremely rare and expensive at the time. The production team drove for hours every day with camera trucks, stunt cars, support vehicles, and equipment. Shooting in real sunlight with real weather made the movie feel authentic. You're not seeing fake backdrops. These are real French roads, real villages, and real countryside landscapes. Fact 7: the famous sunglasses scene was improvised. One of the most memorable and stylish scenes in the movie is when Audrey puts on her bold white sunglasses. What most people don't know is that this moment wasn't in the script. Audrey tried them on as a playful joke between takes, but Donen loved how funny and fashionable it looked, so he kept it. The sunglasses later became one of the most famous fashion items from the film, and many designers still reference them. Fact 8: Audrey's wardrobe was designed like a timeline. The movie jumps across different years of the couple's relationship, so Audrey's wardrobe was carefully designed to help viewers understand the timeline. Each period in the story has a very specific visual style. You can see her transform from a young and simple traveler wearing comfortable clothes to a glamorous high-fashion woman in the later years. The clever technique helped audiences follow the nonlinear structure. Today, this kind of wardrobe storytelling is common, but in 1967, it was groundbreaking. Fact 9: Audrey Hepburn was pregnant during early development. This film was in development around the time Audrey was dealing with personal challenges, including recovering from a miscarriage shortly before production. This was one of the reasons the script's raw honesty struck her emotionally. She chose the role because she wanted something meaningful and real. Her personal experiences gave her performance deeper emotional layers, especially in scenes dealing with relationship pain, exhaustion, and inner conflict. Fact 10: the car choices were symbolic. The cars in a movie aren't just props, they reflect the couple's relationship at each stage. The rundown cheap car in the early years shows their innocence and struggle. Later they drive more stylish cars, showing how success changes them. Stanley Donen said in an interview that each car represented the emotional condition and financial status of the relationship. Even the breakdowns, flat tires, and overheated engines were metaphors. The cars themselves were characters. Fact 11: Henry Mancini's score was originally very different. Henry Mancini created one of his most beautiful and romantic musical themes for this movie. But the surprising truth is that his first version of the score was completely different, more upbeat and playful. After seeing the film's emotional depth, Mancini rewrote the entire score to match the story's bittersweet tone. Audrey Hepburn later said the music was so perfect it brought her to tears when she watched the finished film. The score is now considered one of Mancini's best. Fact 12: this is one of the first movies to show a married couple sleeping together. Believe it or not, in Hollywood before the late 1960s, showing a married couple in the same bed was considered too adult. But Two for the Road broke these old rules. It openly showed the physical closeness of a real marriage, sleeping together, waking up together, and even showing moments of frustration or affection. This helped push Hollywood toward more modern forms of storytelling. Today it seems normal, but in 1967 it was daring. Fact 13: the production faced huge weather problems. Because the film was shot on real roads, the crew had no control over weather. Rainstorms would suddenly ruin shots, or sunlight would change so quickly they had to redo entire scenes. The cast often had to wait for hours in cars until the weather matched the previous shot. Despite these challenges, the natural lighting ended up giving the movie its warm European charm. Fact 14: the hotel scenes were filmed before the ending was written. A strange production fact is that several hotel scenes, including important emotional moments, were filmed before the final ending of the movie was even decided. Stanley Donen was still rewriting and adjusting the script while shooting. The actor said this created a sense of unpredictability which matched the story of a relationship full of ups and downs. That emotional spontaneity is part of what makes the film feel so real. Fact 15: Audrey and Finney improvised many arguments. Some of the arguments in the movie feel incredibly natural, almost too natural. That's because Donen allowed the actors to improvise parts of their dialogue. Instead of following strict lines, they were encouraged to react like a real couple. They could interrupt each other, overlap lines, change tones, or use facial expressions instead of words. These improvisations became some of the rawest, most honest scenes in the film. Fact 16: the film was controversial at the time. While critics later praised the movie as a modern masterpiece in 1967, it was considered controversial. Some thought it was too honest about marital problems. Others felt it was too European in style and humor. And a few conservative groups didn't like the film's openness about infidelity, frustration, and imperfect love. But younger audiences loved it, especially couples who felt the story finally showed a real relationship and not a fantasy. Fact 17, the movie quietly influenced modern romantic films. Even though Two for the Road didn't get huge awards during its release, it became extremely influential for modern filmmakers. Movies like Annie Hall, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, 500 Days of Summer, and Blue Valentine all use similar techniques: non-linear structure, realistic relationships, emotional honesty, and mixing humor with heartbreak. Many directors openly cite Two for the Road as a quiet but powerful inspiration. Fact 18, Audrey considered this one of her favorite films. Audrey Hepburn rarely named favorites among her movies, but she spoke with deep affection about Two for the Road. She admired the screenplay, loved working with Donen, and connected with the emotional heart of the story. She said she appreciated that the film showed that love isn't perfect, it's something you build and protect. Many fans consider this performance one of her finest, even though it's less talked about compared to her big Hollywood classics. Fact 19, the ending was designed to be imperfect. Unlike typical Hollywood romance endings, the final scene of Two for the Road doesn't tie everything together neatly. The couple doesn't magically solve their problems, but they don't give up on each other either. Donen wanted an ending that felt honest, two people still traveling together, flawed, but committed. The final smile between Audrey and Finney represents not a perfect resolution, but hope. This ending became one of the most admired aspects of the film. Fact 20, the film was a reflection of Stanley Donen's own marriage. The most surprising hidden fact is that Two for the Road was partly inspired by Stanley Donen's own complicated marriage. He worked closely with screenwriter Frederick Raphael to create a movie that captured the real emotional patterns of long-term relationships, the highs, the disappointments, the memories, and the moments of rediscovery. Donen said making this movie helped him understand his own marriage better, and many viewers feel the film touches them because it speaks from real life, not fantasy. And that wraps up 20 hidden facts about Two for the Road, 1967. One of the most honest, stylish, and emotionally rich romantic films ever made. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments which facts surprised you the most. Thanks for watching, and remember, in love and in life, the road is never straight, but the journey is what matters.